Tehseen Poonawalla, your thoughts on the same, that is the opposition somewhere getting confused in what type of question should be posed at this point in time, or is there merit to the argument that, listen, we must understand why the Pahalgam terror attack happened in the first place, and therefore questions have to be raised about what the intelligence agencies were doing?
Thank you so much for having me on the show. Good evening to you and to all the viewers of NewsX and to Gopalji, one of the most erudite BJP spokespersons. I have 3 or 4 things to say, which I will say honoring what the Honorable Raksha Mantri said in Parliament. And I quote the Raksha Mantri, though I'm saying it in English. The Honorable Raksha Mantri said, please do not make any statements, frame your questions in such a way that do not demoralize our armed forces, because Operation Sindoor is not yet over, it is only paused. I absolutely agree with this is what Gopalji said. I absolutely agree with it. No, you can't argue with this logic. If Operation Sindoor is paused, why the hell are we playing cricket with Pakistan? Even in that cricket match, BCCI is not going to make money. Pakistan Cricket Board is going to make money. So if Operation Sindoor is off, why are you playing cricket with Pakistan? Number 2, let me come to the questions that are asked. The opposition repeatedly said it thinks Operation Sindoor was a tremendous success. But a defense attaché in Indonesia said, and I quote him verbatim, there were certain losses of aircrafts because the government held us back. We had government constraints. Why were our armed force under constraints? The third question to be asked, the CDS giving an interview in Singapore. I would have loved if he would have given you an interview, Devika, NewsX. I don't know why the CDS had to give an interview in Singapore to Bloomberg, but he says it is not how many aircrafts we lost, but why did we lose those aircrafts? Add this to what the defense attaché said, government constraints. And to my last questions, from Pulwama, prior to that Pathankot, and now Pahalgam, we repeatedly have intelligence failures. 4 Pakistani terrorists entered our territory. They they killed people on the basis of religion, forcing them to recite the kalma, opening their pants and checking their penises. The question therefore to be asked is, why did the IB chief get an extension? Why was the IB chief not sacked for repeated intelligence failures? Please tell me, as a responsible journalist and a responsible citizen of India, where are my questions against my country? I think Operation Sindoor was super successful. We smashed Pakistan. They came begging. But if I ask questions that help my country, why does the BJP always say that you are putting the armed forces down? And if I'm putting the armed forces down, why are you playing cricket with Pakistan?
Okay, Gopal Krishna Agarwal, please respond.
I just want to say some few things is, whatever questions opposition asks at the floor of the House, they will be answered. The Defence Minister has answered. Tomorrow, most probably, Home Minister will also speak. Even we expect that general expectation is that the Foreign Minister will also address, and even Prime Minister may address. I am not very sure, because it is the prerogative of the ruling parties, their own plan, what they do. But the thing is, whatever question opposition asks at the floor of the House, they will be answered. But their framing and etc. can be questioned. So if they have any objections on what statements have been given in the public by anybody, that's a different issue. That even our Defence Minister said that what loss major, he has very categorical said that we have not lost any major military assets at all, important and major military assets. Now, what interpretation opposition has about it, and even if the Operation Sindoor is not finished yet, it is under pause. It's a strategical pause, because Pakistan has not resisted from its effort into putting terrorist activity. Today also, Operation Mahadev, our armed forces and our military forces have been able to kill 3 terrorists.
Yes.
And the issue, it's a continuous thing. If the opposition thinks that it is only over the last decade that the Pakistan has engaged into terrorist activity, why, if they ask why Pakistan is doing this, it is not only 10 years. Pakistan has been doing, and Defence Ministers very clearly said that they have been following. We have asked what they did in Sharm el Sheikh, why they disengaged the dialogue from terrorist and talks separately. The Prime Minister has said that terrorism and talks cannot go together. Is it not a major shift and a strong national interest shift that the Prime Minister has said? Then earlier also, I want to ask opposition is, today they are saying that why we have not taken POK. You were ruling the country for more than 60 years. What did you do? Even those land areas, etc., which were won by our armed forces, you lost them at the discussion negotiation table. And your Prime Minister said that Aksai Chin, nothing grows on that. If
yes, but Mr. Gopal Krishna Agarwal, unfortunately, Mr. Agarwal, but the BJP is in power, sir.
And Pakistan has not.
The BJP is in power today, sir. So if
government is tackling it, and we also know why they are escalating at times, because Article 370 has been removed. We are integrating Kashmir into the national mainframe.
Yes,
there is a shift into these things.
Okay, that's
May I just make a couple of points? Yeah. The questions on your show asked was, why did the IB chief get an extension and continues to get? Why are we having intelligence failure? The answer to that is Nehru said nothing goes at Aksai Chin. The question to your show is, why are we playing cricket with Pakistan? The answer is, Manmohan Singh did this and Sharmal Sheikh. That can't be the answer, sir. I respect you. But you have to answer for your failures. The failures of the earlier government, people have thrown them out of power and you are in government. Now, let me ask you two more specific questions because you've answered none. You've not answered the Pakistan question. Let me ask you two more questions. I believe President Trump is lying. I completely trust my Prime Minister, though I'm in opposition. Yet, President Trump has said 26 times he brokered the ceasefire, which is a lie. We know that Pakistan DGMO begged from Indian DGMO at 3:30 for the ceasefire. Why can't this verbatim be said by the Raksha Mantri on the floor of the House? Not by the Foreign Secretary. No, sir, one second. Sir, please, may I, sir, please. I have a little bit, I watch Parliament like a hawk. Sir, the Raksha Mantri's exact statement were kisi ne. I'm not saying kisi ne. Why doesn't he name President Trump just like President Trump named the Prime Minister? Ultimately, this is for our armed forces, number one. Number two, let me ask you the second question. The opposition is not asking for the planes because they have some sort of pleasure. If some asset is lost, it's lost. We smashed Pakistan without losing a single of our Jawan or our Air Force pilots. The question to be asked is, who is briefing the CDS or the defense attaché to make statements like this abroad? Why is the government not responsible for that? As we know that this is a propaganda warfare. When we are asking you these questions, the answer for that can't be Nehru did this, Rajiv Gandhi did that, Manmohan Singh did that. Please answer about your tenure, sir. These are the questions that we need to answer. From Pathankot to Pulwama to now, we've repeatedly had intelligence failure. Why is IB and NIA chief there? Please answer that.
Okay, I'm going to let Mr. Agarwal, I'll let you answer. Mr. Agarwal, I'll let you answer. I will. I'll come to you in just a moment, sir. But Tehseen, I have to ask you.
With the intelligence
Mr. Agarwal, I will let you answer.
There are issues with the Pakistan.
I agree, sir, the intelligence issues. Why don't you sack them?
That is what I am telling you. These are the issues, but you cannot, everything is not perfect. We have not completely dismantled the terrorist network.
Sir, Indians were killed. So and you are saying IB chief will not be sacked?
The issue is comparison between 60 years and 10 years. That is what we have moved forward. We have changed track. We have changed the how we deal with terrorism.
Okay, then let me bring in.
We have stopped talking with Pakistan. There are there are issues at the diplomatic level. You cannot just, when the defense minister has said at the floor that it was not under any external pressure or no interference from external pressure or any foreign countries. When our Prime Minister has said on the floor of the House, now it has been said that it was the Pakistan which approached, and it has very well been cleared. So many countries may have said at that point of time that don't fight. That doesn't mean that we have compromised our sovereign status. And it is because somebody said that don't fight, that means that he has stopped us. He has called.
Why don't you name the he?
Mr. Agarwal, understood. But Tehseen, I must ask you.
Why you want it to
Tehseen Poonawalla, I must ask you.
Because he's naming my Prime Minister.
Is it not complete? Then you will ask, this X country said this, Y country said this.
No, I'm asking about a specific president of the United States who's naming my Prime Minister. No, sir, they are not naming my Prime Minister. One president of the United States is naming my Prime Minister. As I'm asking, for my Prime Minister's sake. I may be in opposition, but he's my Prime Minister.
On why X president of a country said. Why you want
Okay,
that?
okay, I want to bring in-
you
okay.
Because he's
answer us.
naming my prime minister, sir.
Okay, but I want to bring in.
President-
The Defence Minister has said. Why you
He
want
didn't
to
name the
ask on
president.
that question? What is the purpose of
Defense-
asking him? What do
The
you want to
purpose
gain
is
out of it?
there is a president of the United States who's naming
And
my
what you
prime
gain-
minister,
gain out of it?
hyphenating him with Asim Munir. He's hyphenating my prime minister with Asim Munir and saying he stopped a war. I want my defense minister to say President Trump did not talk to Prime Minister Modi and stop anything.